Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. Ooh. If there's anything that is connective to this collective, that's beautiful, and I invite you to take it with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right, just leave it right where you found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective, and you should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Keep in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Ooh, yes. Yes, we shall. What are we getting into? General messages, all signs, all the homies. Welcome in. Do the tribe a favor. Please get those likes up on your way in and out. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance. Spirit of knowledge and intelligence and healing and exploration. Spirit of protection, please guide these messages. Guide myself and this collective. Guide us always and always. Thank you. Whew, that is a couple of lungs full right there. All right, you guys. Well, first of all, welcome to the happy place. All right. Next order of business, smoke cleanse. Break up any stagnant energy. Although I tell you, the energy at this altar right now is not stagnant. For Spirit and I have already begun. Begun preparing a message for everyone. All right. This one is kind of like our shanty homeschool. All right. We're gonna be doing some learning. We're gonna be doing some learning. We're gonna be doing some education. All right. I wasn't really sure what kind of reading this was going to be. I just knew I was being called to this altar. I came to this altar. I was called to a specific deck. I do apologize for the camera shaking. This altar is a little wobbly. That's why I don't use it a whole lot. Sturdy, but she's got a little wobble. Anyhow, I was called to a certain deck. And instead of going to just the book definitions of the cards in this deck, I want to really delve into as much information as I can possibly get. And I invite you guys to do the same from wherever you are. Get comfortable. Get ready to expand your mind a little. So I'm going with the Egyptian gods, the Oracle of the Egyptian gods. This is what the back of the deck looks like. Okay. In the shuffle, healing, intelligence, and exploration came out. Healing, exploration, and we will discuss the gods and goddesses in relation, okay? Exploration. Right underneath of this, meditation. And that's what we're keeping. Although I am feeling called to take that's technically the bottom of the deck. I want to take what's at the top of the deck. Just I'm not even going to flip it over yet. I feel like that's something that we're going to need to know before we end off. Okay. I am going to actually open us up with a small little shanty style jingle for a moment. Watch your ears. Energetic cleanse of the vibrations. All right, so we begin with healing, which is Selkis. Also, I did grab our shanty numbers. 33. Something about the jig is up. The jig is up. You did your best. As I say in the beginning of the videos, you guys, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Yeah, so Selkis, healing. This is from orderwhitemoon.org, White Moon Gallery, created by Heath Witch, just something online. I stand in the beautiful tent and work my magic there, my scorpions at my heels. Beware ye the unjust, for death shadows you and may come swiftly with my stinging touch, or it may be slow, with a lingering venom under the noonday sun. But ye who are just, fear not your death. My breath brings life anew, should it be so deserved, and your afterlife is bright. To all mortals and gods alike I say, my protection lasts through life, into death and beyond. Know my creatures, know my hand, feel me throughout the desert sands. Now, Selkis, this goddess, she goes by many names. Selket, Selkis, Selkit, Selket, Serket. It's the ancient Egyptian goddess of magic, whose symbol is the scorpion. Someone in the collective, you may be a scorpion. You may be a Scorpio, or you've been stung by a scorpion. She's usually depicted as a tall woman with a scorpion on her head. But has also been known to be two-headed, a lioness with a crocodile projecting from the back. Selkit's cult center is thought to be in the Western Delta, but she was worshipped all over Egypt because of her protective qualities. She rules over all poisonous creatures, especially scorpions, spiders, and snakes. This is what's really cool. She embodies both the venom and the antidote. As such, she also protects the other Egyptian gods from the snake demon Apep, and also helped Isis protect her son Horus from scorpions, as well as offering this protection to the peoples of Egypt, especially pregnant women and children. As she had the secrets of poisonous venoms and their antidotes, most of her devotees were healers and magicians. In ancient Egypt, medicine combined folklore, science, and magic. Her priests were trained to heal venomous bites and could be found throughout the land. In addition to this healing role, she's also known as the Lady of the Beautiful Tent or Lady of the Beautiful House. Hello there, how goes it? Oh, goodness. Hi. Lady of the Beautiful House, which is a reference to her as protector of the embalmer's tent. Her protective qualities did not only cover life, but also death and the afterlife as well. And she was revered for giving both the kiss of death and the breath of rebirth. Tell me that's not describing the death card, Scorpionic card, to a T. Her magic came from knowing the land and its creatures and understanding the roles of life, death, and rebirth. In the pain of the scorpion's sting is the pleasure of another life. This one, this is going to get pretty deep for a minute here. It says, after a while, you find that the trail petters out into nothingness and you stand in the middle of the desolate desert, which looks exactly the same as the place where you began. You begin to feel dispirited and thirsty, and you sit down for a rest. You place your hands on either side of you on the sand itself and feel the scorching touch of the grains as you do so. You slide your fingers into the sand until you cannot see them. Suddenly, there is a sharp sting to one of your hands, and you pull your hands from the sand in shock. There's a deep red wound on the back of one hand, and you can see a scorpion walking away from you. You start to feel dizzy and close your eyes. When you open them again, you find yourself lying on a cool stone floor inside a dimly lit temple. The scorpion is beside you, seemingly dead. You reach over and touch it gently, only to find it crumbles into sand. You stand uncertain. A husky laugh echoes from behind you and you turn your head. A tall woman walks toward you and you see another scorpion twining in and out of her hair, which she wears loose. Snakes curl around her wrists and ankles. She calls you by your name and you instinctively incline your head towards her. This is the goddess Selket. She reached out a hand and touches the place where you were stung in the desert. There's a rushing coolness inside your veins and the wound disappears. Welcome to my temple, she tells you. What do you seek? What must die within you in order for you to be reborn? You pause, thinking, and then answer her question. Depending on the answer you give, Selket may offer you some advice or ask you further questions. Her words can be as swift and accurate as a snake's killing blow, and she sees to the center of your fears and problems. Spend some time with Selket and listen to what she has to say. When she judges that you have heard enough, Selket takes your hands again and hugs you gently. Thank her for her time. And if you feel it's appropriate, ask her what you can give her as an offering when you return to the mortal world. Remember her reply. As she releases you from her embrace, Selket breathes gently into your face. The breath stings your face and you close your eyes. You feel yourself tumble backwards into darkness, calm and safe though. Inhale deeply and let the breath out, becoming more aware of your surroundings as you do so. Repeat twice more, then open your eyes and return to your room. Welcome back. Maybe make a note of your journey and anything that Selket may have said. In your book of shadows or in a magical journal. Heck, on a piece of paper. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, and next up we have Hathor for intelligence. Now, before I get on to that, excuse me, I just want to go back to healing and really draw attention to the fact that she had the keys to the venoms and the antidotes. Beautiful, powerful. What kinds of poisons and antidotes do you have in your cupboard, collective? Ooh. All right. Hator. Let's see what Hathor has to say. What type of intelligence Mother to Horus, god of the sky, and Ra, the sun god, would like to say. She's the goddess of beauty, including cosmetics, sensuality, music, dancing, and maternity. She's often depicted wearing a headdress of cow horns with a sun disk between them, or as a cow or lioness. And Selkis over here was double-headed as a lioness sometimes. Okay. Hathor is a solar deity, a feminine counterpart to the sun gods, such as Horus and Ra, was a member of the divine entourage that accompanied Ra. That's Wikipedia. I don't want to read that. We're going to find something better than that. Sound and light show. Said, ooh, I like that it opens right up with the Eye of Horus, Eye of Ra. 10 interesting facts about Hathor, goddess of motherhood. Who was Hathor in ancient Egypt? A famous ancient goddess highly loved and worshipped throughout Egypt, starting from the 3rd millennium BCE. She was the goddess of motherhood, love, joy, fertility, dance, and beauty. A lot of feminine energy happening. This, Selkis, she especially protected the pregnant women and children. Okay? And the way that these are sitting here, it's almost like they do. They reflect each other's energy. It's like they're a power partnership. All right? Hathor, the goddess of motherhood, love, joy, fertility, dance, and beauty. I was getting a lot in a live earlier about yoga and dancing, doing things, getting out, moving your body, it being really important for getting yourself into or keeping yourself like maintaining alignment through the physical body. Hathor, she was also in charge of welcoming the dead spirits to the afterlife, providing them with food and drinks, and thus her name, Goddess of the Western Mountain. And that's another connection there because Selkis, she was not only in charge of the living and healing them, but also it was talking about the embalming tent and things like that, laying things to rest respectfully. And that doesn't have to be just in the physical. It can be, absolutely, but it doesn't just have to be. That's something coming through strong. Hathor was according to an ancient myth, Hathor was a sky goddess along with Nut. That's why she was connected to the sky, movement of planets, birth, and rebirth after death. Hathor was married to Horus Bedeti and had a son called Ahi, who was the god of dancing and music. If you're interested in the history, attend the something. What is Hathor meaning? Hathor means a state of Horus, or the house of Horus, being identified as the wife of god Horus and mother of the pharaohs. She was one of the popular deities that had different characters, most importantly being the Queen of Egypt. It is also believed that she was the daughter of the sun god Re of Heliopolis, Re, R-E. What did Hathor look like? In many cases, she was depicted as cow in Egyptian art. She also appeared as a woman wearing horns or cow ears. Here she has horns. Horns may be significant for you, collective. A sun disk always appeared between her horns when in her human form. So, and of course you can tell just by looking at her, but she is presented here in her human form. Now, seeing her holding this ankh, it's making me think of, what was the thing I just read? Tesla had done the thing and it looked like an ankh, and it was talking about how the Egyptians had electricity long before, ever expressed that electricity existed, and that it came from the ankh, the way that the light shone through it. That was something I was reading. And then for some reason making me think about an anchor. Let the light shine through. I don't know. Hathor in Egyptian methodology. Being one of the important deities in ancient Egypt, many myths have been surrounding Hathor and still are until today. One legend has stated that God Ra has unleashed Sekhmet to destroy humanity as a punishment for their wickedness. Sekhmet has already destroyed most of humanity until she drank red beer, thinking it was human blood. She passes out and woke up as Hathor, completely the opposite of her former self. What was this? Sekhmet? I almost feel like that was one of Selkis's names, wasn't it? Was that one of Selkis's names that we just read, you guys? Well, either way, you guys were here, you heard me, I was getting a vibe of this being the same person, but like a double-sided friggin' sword energy. All right, already destroyed most of humanity until she drank red beer, thinking it was human blood. She passes out and woke up as Hathor, completely the opposite of her former self. That's why Hathor is considered the goddess of joy and drunkenness. Another legend has stated that Horus got furious with his mother, Isis, during his conflict with his uncle Set, and cut her head during her sleep. When she woke up, she put on the first head she found, which was a cow's head. That story originated during the New Kingdom, where people worshipped Isis and Hathor as one goddess. So I don't know. I'm also, it's like going to show, of course, we know there's no way to know, but it's like, so many people think they know, I'm getting something about collective. So many people think that they know something about you. They think that they know something about who you are, but they really have no friggin' idea. That may be something significant. 10 interesting facts. Hathor had other names such as the Mistress of Life, Mistress of Heaven, Mistress of the Offering, and Lady of Stars. She was the goddess of movement, music, love, emotion, and wine. Was highly connected to turquoise gems, gold, and copper, and that's why she was called Mistress of Turquoise. Being the patron saint of miners, various mines in the Sinai Peninsula were named after her. Aside from her shape as a cow, you guys, that just made me think, okay, that one right there, highly connected to turquoise gems, then it starts talking about patron saints of miners. I have you guys ever heard of the spiritual marriage, the Hebrew spiritual marriage? Oftentimes, it takes place for feminine energy without the feminine energy even realizing that that's what's happening, but it's like a spiritual marriage to spirit, becoming committed. And in the beginning of my journey with this channel, I went through that sort of moment. And I literally bought a turquoise ring to remind me, not that I needed a visual reminder, but they do help, just every time I look at it, every time I see that visual reminder, my strength is renewed, It just made me think of it. Aside from her shape as a cow, she took the form of a cat, lion, and goose as well. So these may be some of somebody's totem animals, spirit animals, power animals. The cat, the lion, the goose. She was named the Woman of Delights. Or also, if you guys are seeing a lot of out of place cats or lions or geese, this may be spirit trying to reach out to you. Named the Woman of Delights due to her funny and festive character. Hathor used to help women and mothers having enigmatic energy, and that's why she was called Mother of Mothers. The ancient Greeks have always equated Hathor with the ancient goddess Aphrodite. Ooh. There's a temple dedicated to Hathor. Oh, there's a temple dedicated to Hathor in the Sinai Desert. That was a Freudian slip. Instead of temple, I said simple. Somebody in the collective needs to know, little side note over here, you can keep your temple as simple as you need to, all right? You can keep it as elaborate as you need to, or you can keep it as simple as you need to, all right? Temple dedicated to Hathor in the Sinai Desert, along with the turquoise mining camps. Hathor was associated with music and instruments, especially the sistrum. Due to her spectacular beauty, she was considered the patron of cosmetics art, makeup art. I just saw somebody really beautiful. Somebody's name could be Danielle. That could be significant. Something about a very well-preserved temple. Chapel rooms, crypts, decorations. With that, I'm getting, what are you doing with your altars, guys? Are you keeping them clean, clear, happy, festive, fun? If you're somewhere, I think you must be, all of us are, where seasons are changing, but it's a matter of what are the seasons changing to for you? Are you updating, Excuse me. Gonna clear the air real quick. Or maybe not. All right, we're going to move on to exploration. Actually, I didn't get a number. Shanty number for that. 14. One last message from Hathor for the collective. From here anyway, if you'd like to go connect with these deities, you do you, boo. All right, 14. There's something that you need to get onto learning. Something that's going to help you feel more stable once you learn it and really have your footing with it. All right. All right. And we'll start off with numbers for exploration. This is the god Ha, or maybe goddess. I'll have to do some research here in a second. 28. First message you start off with here, something is going to expand, or something new seeks to help you expand in some sort of way. Expand and explore. All right, we're going to look up Ha. I like that. Ha. H-U-H. Excuse me. This one also has many different pronunciations, spelling. It's H-E-H, H-U-H, H-H, H-A-H, H-A-U-H, H-U-A-H and H-E-H-U. Ha was the personification of infinity or eternity in the Ogdoad and ancient Egypt religion. His name originally meant flood, referring to the watery chaos Nu that the Egyptians believed existed before the creation of the world. Now, I want to say that it was the last live that I streamed. It wouldn't have been the past, present, future, but it would have been, what was the title? Lighting Up the Abyss, I believe. We were discussing infinity. So that may be something that you guys want to check out. Should just be on the live folder on here. And from tonight, so close to this video. What more? Personification of time and long life. AncientEgyptianFacts.com. Taking a second to load here. Who the god Het is. In ancient Egypt, Het was believed to be the personification of time, eternity, infinity, and long life. He was considered to be one of the original 8 gods of Ogdoad of Khmunu or Hermopolis. Hermopolis was the capital of the 15th nome of Upper Egypt. All right, how about not a bunch of things I can't pronounce and some information that we can really, really chew on. According to the ancient Egyptians, before the creation of this world, there was infinite chaos and dark mass. A total number of 8 deities lived in this chaos. They were known as Ogdoad. This theory of creation was created during the Middle Kingdom, which is also known as the period of reunification. Middle Kingdom, period of reunification. That immediately is making me think of Jesus Christ, the middle road, walking the middle path. Yeah, that's what that makes me think of. Among these 8 deities, He, Ha, and Hatet, a masculine-feminine pair, represents empty space, infinity, and time, which immediately segues into, the next card, meditation. Yeah. Take time, talk to spirit, meditate. The last thing that you needed to know, the ending message, hermitage. Hermitage and meditation. Go within. Take some time. Sit by yourself, meditate. Pray. Do some research. I hope and pray that this reaches who it needs to, how it needs to. Please do the tribe a favor. Get those likes up on your way in. And until we speak again, my dears, mwah. Remember, always keep around an antidote to any poisons you have. Or don't be poisonous at all.